It begins now. So item number 1, please be aware this meeting can be recorded and it might be broadcast if so we need it. So introduction. So please, sir, if you can introduce yourself, beginning with yourself.
Anthony Monsala, U.S. Bank, Payment Solutions Department.
Gabriel Avalard, Panorama Chamber of Commerce, CEO, President, Central Staff Solutions.
Peter Odesanya, owner of Make It Drain Plumbing and Routers in Van Nuys.
Hank Nelkin. I own Half Price Laundromat in Panorama City and 2 other locations.
Nice. Hi guys, I'm Gigi Tulakin. I'm the branch manager for this location. So welcome. I don't think I've met the 3 of you yet, so I'm very excited to meet you. If you need anything, I will give my business card as well, and happy to be here.
Carla Silva, President of Monarch Strategic Alliances, fan of the work that Saul and Gabriel do with the Chamber. I bank with US Bank. So.
Thank you.
Tauda Artuni, small business specialist, U.S. Bank.
Saul Mejia, Panorama City Chamber of Commerce President. So the next one is we want to remind some of the old members and to please come back. We haven't got many of the members. We used to have 100 members, and now we're missing like 99. So besides myself, no, I'm kidding. We're missing a few. So if you know any former members, please let them know. So they will appreciate if they can come back. And if you guys are new, we would love to have you, to be part of our chamber. We promise you will have fun. And but we always remind people, chambers of commerce, they're just like if you go to the gym. If you don't come and you don't show up, you're never gonna see any results. But if you do happen to show up, even if it's 6 out of the 12 times a year, you will see some results, and it's guaranteed. So you all have an agenda in front of you, and normally I would have it connected, but unfortunately today we don't get that luxury, so you have to use the paper. Here you go, you have to use the paper ones. So item number 4 is just a recap of some of the events and stuff that we did throughout 2022-2023. I'd like to give a report so the people know that we may not seem like it, but it's pretty cool when you put it all together. I had a video. Let me see if I can still turn on this for you guys to kind of get an idea.
Did it connect the HDMI?
No, unfortunately not.
Is this a smart TV?
I think it's missing.
YouTube?
To be
No.
honest with you, I've never really played around with it because it's, the bank.
But before actually,
Sure, you can try.
I'm sorry, but before we go to number 4, actually, let these guys have a say. So let us know what is it that you're doing, because you just gave your title, but you guys have the floor. Let me know a little bit about what you guys do.
I can start real quick. U.S. Bank, we support small businesses from A to Z. Anything you need when it comes down to free business checking account. Merchant services, very competitive. We own our own company, Elevon, and Anthony will dive into it a little bit deeper in a few moments. We also do business credit cards, regardless of how long you've been in business. We also do business loans and RV. I mean, not Tade. I always call you RV. Tade will take a deeper dive into that. We have wonderful programs. So if you don't know what we have, we are here to tell you what we have and to help you grow your business and flourish your business in any way financially we can. So I want to respect your time and turn it over to Anthony. He can talk a little bit about our payment solutions, how you get paid as a business, and how we can help.
Perfect. So Anthony Monsala, Payment Solutions, also known in a lot of places as merchant services, as far as taking credit cards for your business. What I do want to talk about is, it's really, since I have like the board as far as the chamber, but how we can actually, how you guys can benefit from us as far as the board, right? So as a board, a lot of times is you guys have to bring in new members, and then increase your guys' numbers, revenue for the location, right? But we can actually help with actually growing that revenue for your guys' chamber, and this is how. So U.S. Bank, we own our own merchant service company called Elevon, one of the largest in the United States. We actually have a program. It's actually a business referral program. The only requirement is that you have to be at least an LLC or corporation. Okay, so in this case, it'll be the chambers, right? Because the chambers is an LLC or corporation, correct?
Actually, now we're a nonprofit.
You're a nonprofit corporation, right?
Correct.
Okay, so how it works, so you don't have to have merchant services with us. You just have to be part of the referral program. It doesn't cost to be on there, right? As long as you refer at least 6 per year, you stay on this program, okay? And what it does is, when we sign up people you guys recommend, okay, whether it's your members or anybody that you guys recommend, doesn't have to be even be your chamber members, right? But anybody you recommend, as long as you guys are the referring party, we will actually give you shared revenue for what we make on the deal. Typically, how it starts off at 10%, and I think goes as high as like 30%. Okay, so I'll give you an example. Let's say we make $1,000 on that merchant, right? As far as their credit card processing, you guys will get started off with that 10%. That's $100 direct deposit to your guys' checking account. If you guys do those 6, that's $600. All right. To give you how lucrative this can be, my largest client brings in about $30,000 a month, and that's how much we make off of them, right? So if you guys even start at the very beginning, which is 10%, that's $3,000 to your guys' bottom line that you guys can use for holiday get-togethers, events, guest speakers, whatever the cost is that you guys don't have to worry about, right? It's on us, right? If you get to the point to where you have the highest yield at 30%, think about that customer of mine that's doing $30,000 a month. That's $9,000 to your guys' chamber from one customer, right? To give you an idea.
Is that per month or per year?
Per month.
Per month.
So it's whatever you yield, and you get paid on a monthly basis. So if you have, 30 members, and they all get you $100 each, right? I mean, you do the math, and that's getting direct deposited into your guys' bank accounts.
What's the difference between the 10% and 30%?
It's really the amount of what closed deals. I believe when you get up to like 10. Up to 10, it's like 10%, and after you hit the threshold, it goes higher and higher. Eventually, it goes up to the maximum, which is 30%, right? So just to give you an idea where we can actually benefit. Of course, if your members, when they do sign up, we'll work on some kind of plan to deal to where they have some phenomenal rates because it's exclusive to, let's say, the chambers, right? Mm-hmm. So then from there, whatever we make off them, it will be at that percentage of what you guys tiered out, okay? So if it's at 10%, it's great. So like how it kind of works is, let's say you start off at 10%, and let's say after maybe 2-3 years, now you're at 15%, right? It's not the first 10, like we'll get 10%, the rest will get 15. Everything will get that.
And is that a residual?
Every month.
So let me just to clarify, so that would be one client residual, as long as they keep the services, collecting between 10 to 30% per month for the referral.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so if your yield goes from 10 to 15, then all your clients are at 15. Then if it's at 20, then everything's at 20. So it's not a portion at 10, a portion at 15, a portion at 20. No, it's once you hit thresholds, then you get it all.
And what's the minimum requirement for potential clients to start with that program?
I mean, for the program, one client will start off, but we ask to have 6 per year. That's typically how it will work. So you are active, right? Just like you were talking about at gym, you have to be active to benefit from it, right? So if you're not having no referral, you're not going to benefit even from our program too. So very similar. But yeah, that's pretty much how that program works. A lot of chambers actually have this program that take advantage of it because they realize that it's pretty much like passive income coming into you. You're not even thinking about it. You're just running your business, and then your guys' accounts will increase, and then hopefully for some of them it pays for some of their events at the end of the year or whatever additional events you guys might have.
How long have you been working with US Bank?
This is going to be my 21st year.
Shame on you. Where have you been? We've been meeting here 10 years, and this is the first time I hear that.
Right, place at the
So,
right time. And he used to be a branch manager too.
Which branch?
He's done it
So
all.
I've been with US Bank for 21. I've been in this role for 7. I was branch manager for 10 years prior to this. So I used to manage in the Ventura County section.
Okay,
So I used to
that's
manage. I actually in Santa Barbara, Ventura.
Jeez, no, you're fancy.
Yeah. So I've been around for quite a while.
And what made you get into the?
Okay, sorry. You can set up an
Yeah,
interview later, but we got a half an hour. Sorry?
So, as far as business lending, I take care of Panorama City all the way to Sherman Oaks. But I can open accounts for businesses that you guys refer. We can do lending for them. We have I don't know what businesses usually is in the Chamber of Commerce that they come to you. But we can do, as far as lending goes, we can do equipment finance for them. And equipment finance is the easiest application that we have, that we can do up to $150,000. All they need is 2 years in business, and it's a one-page application, and it's a soft check, and it's not a hard inquiry. We have Gigi can, as far as businesses, we have good CD rates, business CD rates, and business money markets that they can benefit from. Right now is up to, I think, $500,000. We do 3.5% for 6 months money market. Yeah, and then credit cards and loans. Whoever needs it, they can come to me, and I'll take care of it for them.
And one thing important about the quick equipment finance guys, they don't do income verification up to 150,000. As long as you have an invoice, we'll cover all of it plus any soft costs with installation, which is probably for you for your laundromat. Let us know.
You're like,
Yeah, easy financing. Equipment finance is our best, but we all obviously do vehicles under the name of the business. So many different. I mean, we can spend a whole day talking about it.
Vehicles can be done under equipment finance or under a loan. But vehicle for businesses, you want a fleet, for example. The loan is going to be one car, but under equipment finance, you can do 2, 3, 4 cars, multiple cars.
And they don't report under your personal debt, which is another huge thing. Some companies report it under
Yeah.
personal debt. We don't.
That's something to look into in depth
see,
about
where you
these
guys have
different
been? I'm
programs.
telling you.
Yeah, so that's
So can we have some of your business
Have you
cards?
guys
Yes.
get
Mine.
So we can.
and my business development committee.
Do you
That's
guys
the whole
have business
purpose, to
cards
get
by
the
any chance?
resources.
We should probably have them come and actually do a
Presentations.
whole meeting on that.
Because once you mention residual,
It goes all day
trust
long.
me, residual, there's very few that, businesses that
The
use
keyword.
residual.
Especially in banking, there's not too often you
No.
have decisions. People-
Yeah.
But is that that's for, so even, is that the chamber or for like anything?
Any other-
Anything else you
Got it,
information,
right, okay.
right? But if you want the chamber to get all that credit, then you have the credit. But if, let's say you.
Oh, they're not. I know them. They're just gonna take that themselves. So I gotta figure it out.
It's open game for anyone.
That's what I'm saying. It's like if you tell them it's for everyone, I ain't not giving that to the chamber. Okay, that's mine. All right. Well, thank you so much, gentlemen. And next item, I'm just gonna.
Thank you.
It was item number 4 that we were, and I just wanted to show you, kind of get an idea, especially because most of the stuff we were communicating through online, through Zoom, through emails. A lot of times it seems like we're not doing anything, and I understand if some people feel like, okay, what is it that they ever do? But it's pretty awesome when you put it together. What I did is I created a video to kind of recap what we did during last year, so you guys get an idea, and I feel very proud to say that we had a minimum of at least one event per month. But in some of them, we had up to 3 or 4 events in the same month. So it looks even crazy when you put it all together. So I'm going to play a video and turn my laptop. Hopefully you guys can see it. And this is part of what we did last year.
And when it's good.
I think it's terrible.
Wow,
Was that? Oh, how heavy?
Close your eyes.
Yeah, for sure.
No, that's going to be difficult.
We love each other at the end of the day. We're all in it for the same.
She was there on Friday.
She wants to do another workshop.
I would love to.
We're gonna work it out.
Yes. I'll work on you. I like that.
Yes, Adriana. First ever female fire chief in Los Angeles Fire Department. She was amazing.
District, I'm delighted to recognize you for your outstanding volunteerism in organizing the Panorama City Chamber of Commerce Shop Small Expo. Your hard work and dedication to the small businesses of the San Fernando Valley is truly commendable on this November 26, 2022, and it has my signature, Tony Kakatasa.
Yeah, considering again that it was the first year also back from the pandemic,
Yes.
so I think we did okay.
You did wonderful.
And we definitely look forward to a lot more. But the two biggest highlights that I was really even confused myself, I don't know how we end up in there, was we got invited to welcome President Joe Biden to the Los Angeles. And yeah, that one I have no idea why or how, but we actually got an email from the White House saying you're invited, so we said yes. But up to this point, I have no idea why or how. So you don't question it. You say, yes, we'll be there. We'll be more than happy to attend. And there we are. But I have no idea who was the person or who was the whoever recommended us.
And that was for the Summit of the Americas?
Yeah, the Summit of the Americas.
that was
Yes, they only invited VICA and myself. So it was only two business institutions of the whole San Fernando Valley that we recognized. And we were like, okay, it must be a big
doing
compliment.
something
Whoever,
right.
yeah, somebody
We
give
got
us
our
a
own
big
day
compliment.
calendar.
That's awesome.
All right, so the next item is item number 5. And item number 5, just to let you know,
Anthony and Tade.
Yeah,
You're
if you
good.
guys don't mind.
Thank you guys. We'll be in touch. I actually want to talk to both you guys.
Okay, I'll be in the
All
room
day
if you need
today.
anything.
no problem, boss, we got your card. All right, so item number 5 is we are having again elections. Every year we select a new board and new officers. So if anybody that you know or yourself would like to be part of our board, you're more than welcome to apply. And please spread the word. We are planning to have the installation of officers, which is next. Item number 6. Since things are getting back a little bit back to normal, I would love to have the installation of officers at the Los Angeles City Hall, downtown City Hall. If we don't get the downtown City Hall, at least we'll get the one in Belize. I know we can actually get at least that one, to do the installation of officers. And we usually either have a judge, which like you saw in the video was Judge Lucy Almendares, or if not, we'll try to get the mayor, see if we can convince her to show up and do the swearing for the officers.
When is this?
Sometime in April. Usually we do it in April. One of the perks that we got in the chamber, they declared the 2nd of April the day of the Panorama City Chamber of Commerce in the state of California a few years back. So ever since then, we celebrate the anniversary, and at the same time, we do the installation of officers in April. Most of the chambers, they do it like in February. But because we got that, and not every chamber gets a day in the state of California, we celebrate that and we put it together. Right. The next one, some of you may know, we belong to the United Chambers, and the United Chambers, for those of you who don't know, is the union of all chambers in the San Fernando Valley. So we also do activities with them. As all the chambers together, we create activities. Two of the main events that they have they have a mega mixer with all the chambers together. We come together. We have a large mixer where people can get to know each other. He was able to attend last year. Mm-hmm. And also, one of the reasons why we love to be part of it, when you become a member of the chamber, you'll be recognized from the chamber, but also because we're part of the United Chambers, you may get a chance to actually be recognized as well as the Small Business of the Year for the San Fernando Valley, representing each of the chambers. So normally we pick one business to be the Small Business of the Year, to represent our chamber to the United Chambers as well as to locally. And one of our members, she owns a printing place. Mm-hmm. She's kind enough that practically every single year she pays her membership to the United Chambers, and she's our representative to bring us the information as well. So she's kind enough to help us out with that. Also, we are announcing the Panorama Mall. I don't know if you guys know, but the Panorama Mall is going to go through a full remodeling. They're going to begin to demolish next year. And right now they're hosting meetings for anybody who's interested about what's going to look like, what do they expect. And they're hosting meetings every single month. So the ones for this month is going to be, it's the one for this month. You still got one on January 28th, and then it's March 1st, 2023. The information is on that. Then the next one is Gabriel's trying to convince people to go to a movie premiere for Finding Nicole. Finding Nicole, we are associated also with film, and the director Harley Walden, he actually is this film is about preventing violence, domestic violence, I should say. And I have a video, so I'll play the video. It's easier than for me to speak. But the whole idea is to bring awareness to domestic violence and prevention on that, but as well to actually, because we're involved with them and they actually are members of our chamber as well, we normally get invited to the premieres and to some other events. And we give the opportunity to companies to either do product placement or to be a sponsor for the premiere, and then they put your logo on the banner and they create a whole deal. If you want to kind of give them an idea what's in it, Gabriel could probably tell you a little bit more about it.
Well, the Finding Nicole movie, it's actually, I don't want to give too much into it, but for this particular director, he's picking this because it was something that happened in real life, right? It was something that was on the news some years ago about this incident that caught national attention. So it's actually showcasing that. As far as we're actually having a private screening at City Club coming up on the 26th. And we're doing that because there's some executives from some bigger studios that are interested in the film. So some of his other works have gotten notoriety and getting good ratings. So he's making a name for himself. So that's why we were hosting it at City Club, because it's just, if you've never been to City Club or to the theater room that they have there, it's very private, it's very exclusive, and it's an opportunity for these potential movie execs and investors to take a look at it, actually talk to the directors and the people that are involved. So we, as the President Mejia said, they are members of the chamber. So this is how we support our members, right? We are here to be able to assess and try to make the best connections possible for whatever it is that you're looking to do to succeed, right? We don't promise anything because nothing in life is guaranteed, but where we can help, this is what we do. So right now we're looking for potential sponsors so that they can have access to the movie premiere. I believe it's going to be happening sometime in March. I would double check with Harley about that. And I also believe it's going to be held in the Chinese Theater off of Hollywood. Don't quote me on that yet, but it will be worked out. So if anybody would be interested, like President Mejia said, product placement, to have their logo on the drop and repeat. This is an opportunity to do so. Very feasible. I believe it's starting at $500 for that spot. You get the logo on there, plus you get a couple movie tickets. You get refreshments, drinks. There's different levels to where if you wanted to actually meet the director, some of the cast, right? There's a higher level of sponsorship, I guess. But the one we're focusing on to be able to help promote and cover some of the expenses involved in putting all this together is the product placement for the logo. $500, you'll get your company logo to advertise there. I'm sure you're familiar with that, being that you've been in that world. So if anybody knows a business that would like to brand themselves and attach themselves to this project, we want to have companies that are promoting women empowerment, right? Because it's very important. That's the whole purpose of this movie to showcase that. So right now, I think we're working with a couple of wine companies that are interested. Yeah. So if you know of anybody, it's a perfect opportunity. It's the actual premiere. It's going to be, like I said, in March. I can get the details for that. Anybody interested, I can send you out some information. You can contact me, and that's pretty much it. We're very excited for seeing this movie. President Mejia and I will be there, I believe, on the 26th, part of the screening. We went to the last movie that they did, and it was amazing, right? So, again, how we are able to help our members with these connections, just like you were talking earlier about the services that the banks provide, right? In that referral program, that's what it is. It's to put these elements together that could help the business owner in ways that they might not know they had. So,
let me show you the video really quick. I found it pretty interesting, but it was actually covered by the news, and they're from Michigan. So the news are from Michigan, but it was covered by Channel 7 in Michigan. And the story actually was already picked by Netflix, but because they happened to know the main character, she was nice enough to let the director have it, but she had the choice to actually give it to Netflix because they offer a deal to have the rights to the movie. So for you to get an idea.
This production has been going on for weeks. This battle has been going on for years.
Marker. Action.
This starts out as a Hollywood love story. A young couple marries and has 2 kids. Then it turns very dark and violent. In 2009, Nicole Beverly tried to leave her abusive husband, as she told us in a previous story.
He proceeded to hit me with shoes, his fists, he kicked me, and then he ended up holding a gun to my head.
Nicole's now ex-husband Kevin is in prison. For the movie, the husband's name will be Warren. The violent scenes are still to be filmed. Mari G gets to play the heavy and will do it thinking about his own daughter.
It really grounds you into that, and it's like you become something that's not even in you to be that way. I don't act that way to anybody.
Netflix courted Nicole for her story, but Harley Walken had a mutual attorney friend with Nicole and wanted to take on this project. It will include how to get help. He's the director, co-writer, who was a child of domestic abuse at the hands of his father.
The kids, they get forgotten in these things, and it is pretty traumatic. For me, it's different because I grew up my whole life not talking about this.
His wife plays Nicole. There's a lot of pressure to get this right.
It's jarring. It's a tearjerker. It's the stuff that has happened to her. You can't even make this up.
Nicole's life story is still being written. Her efforts to get an abuser registry, like the sex offender registry, died for lack of action in the legislature. More abuse shelters are needed. One win, a new law to keep victims' addresses, driver's licenses, and professional licenses kept confidential.
It took us almost 7 years to get the address confidentiality bill passed.
Get this, Nicole's ex-husband is in prison until 2030 after attempting to hire ex-cons to kill her and their 2 kids. On the Michigan State Police website, the first incidents of domestic violence are misdemeanors. That's a continuing fight for Nicole.
Because if a stranger assaults me, they're going to get more time. They're going to face harsher consequences than if my spouse or my boyfriend or my girlfriend assault me.
This production schedule is very ambitious to wrap and have everything done in the can by the Cannes Film Festival next February. In Oakland County, Jim Kurtzner, 7 Action News.
Good idea. Well, it's kind of a subject that is kind of a sensitive subject, but something that's still reality for a lot of people, right? Like, you know, like I'm sure everybody knows somebody here that might have been at some point in time victim of domestic violence or whatever it may be, bad relationship. So this is just a way from somebody's experiencing what they went through, right? Maybe you can connect with somebody else and see, because what she's done because of that, like I said, is bring awareness to a lot of these things that were not being talked about or not being done. So the registry and all of that stuff, right, where you're protecting the people's privacy, that's very important, because in today's day and age, I was reading, you know, as far as stalking is up, because now they have these little AirTag things, right, that people have been finding that in their cars. Like my business partner, her ex was tracking her through one of these AirTag, right? So like it's a scary world out there, and there should be more awareness put into that and what resources are available. It's all about the resources that people might not know that they have access to. Same thing as business owners and being part of the chamber. You just don't know. You get into the meeting, you not expect some of the resources that have been presented. And that's what it's about.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, with that, I close the meeting. You can stay if you want to and talk, but normally we close it right on time, so those who need to go actually have an opportunity to leave if you have to, because we understand, and we do it on purposely at noon, because some people, that's when they take their lunch. So at least give them that opportunity that if they need to go back to work, they can still go back to work and not miss much. And for future reference, we do start pretty early. Today I started a little bit late because I knew that it was a short agenda, but normally we start right on track for the same reasons. So sometimes we had people show up at 12:20, 12:35, and we are already wrapping up, and they're like, wait, what happened? What did I miss? It's like, no, we do start at 12 noon. And one of the complaints that we had when we started the chamber was precisely that some other chambers, they prolong their meetings for hours and hours, and they do it late, and everybody wants to go, and they're like, we just don't want to be part of that. So we believe this is the proper way. Simply get straight to the point. If you do have any more questions or you would like to learn more, then after we close the meeting, you can ask questions and you can go on, if you want to, but you're all set to go if you would like to go, and if not, you're more than welcome to stay.
Thank you. I was going to ask you, how many branches are there